We at the next light, man. We out of traffic, man. No more Black Tears podcast. Mr. DJ Rose is in the building. Caesar C's, what's good, man? How you doing?
Yo, what's good, people? Back in the building.
Juice, man, how you feeling?
What up, what up? It's another day, another dollar. Let's get it, man.
Commissioner, you know what I'm saying? Vertiz is what they call him. What's going on, man?
Hey, everybody, man. We got another week ahead of us, man. You know, hey, NFL season has already started.
Shoot, man, it all happened in the week.
So this week in sports. So over the last weekend, and it was reported in a lot of major news lines early this week. Ashley Watkins, basketball player from the South Carolina Gamecocks, she was apparently arrested for kidnapping and assault on another fellow student. I'm assuming it might have been her girlfriend or a woman she was talking to. Now, from the report said, she got in an altercation with her in the dorm, dragged her by the head down the hallway. That's where the kidnapping part comes in at. C's, what's your thoughts on this?
You did it all on camera. Basically, surveillance footage. That's really what did it for her. Honestly, it's probably just a domestic situation with her girlfriend or whatever. But since she actually physically picked the bitch up and tried to carry her ass out, that's what made it look so bad. Why I'm not going to say I'm disappointed in South Carolina, but it's basically you're a college athlete, you can get away with anything. You put up enough money, $30,000 bond that quick, quit being stupid. You playing basketball. You're not a star, but you are a decent player on the team. You contribute to the championship, so it's like stay the fuck out of trouble. And you know Don's gonna get on her ass. So
yeah,
Staley gonna be on, coach is gonna be on her ass. So
and she gonna be alright, man. They gonna throw out the kidnapping part because once I read the details, I was like, okay, they ain't even gonna charge her with that. They'll probably try to figure out how to get rid of that completely or make it a lesser charge. Now, as far as the domestic violence part. Now, let's just be real. If you keep up with sports, the women never really suffer from the domestic violence whenever they commit it. So, like, if anything, they'll probably try to figure a way to make it seem like it was self-defense. So she'll be straight. Like, she'll be back on the court and whatever. But I just want to say real quick, and we talked about it a couple months ago, man, the highest rates of domestic violence is in that community, and it starts on woman. So, y'all need to start thinking, like, who's really the problem here? Because, like, in all the relationships we talked about a couple months ago, woman to woman is by far the highest. Then man or woman is, up there. And then man on man, like, it's almost non-existent. So, especially with a lot of you studs and backs, whatever y'all want to go by, like, hey, they knocking the Mario cones out of a lot of y'all hoes, man. So, decide what you want to be.
Yeah, so I remember you and TK was saying, like, man, South Carolina got them hood girls or whatever. So whatever Charlotte did, she brought the hood out of her. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Don Staley. I know she gonna take care of it, man. Who cares about it, man? They had a fight. They got into it. You got to be smarter than that. You can't be dragging nobody fighting like you got too much to lose. Just be smarter. I don't really have too much to say about it because it's pointless to me and meaningless.
I will say this, though. The fact that we all so nonchalant about it, I just want to know, if Cooper Flagg would have did this, how would the whole conversation be?
I would have been the same way.
Who's Cooper Flagg?
Like Cooper Flagg, he's that white boy
number
dude.
one.
Like he's a male basketball player. I just want to know, like, name any men basketball player that got a status. I just want to know if they did this to their girlfriend, would the conversation still be the same?
Hey, can you lift that?
Yeah, it would.
Can you lift the rug up for me real quick?
For me, it would.
Under the rug.
For me, it would. But if it was Cooper Flagg, it probably wouldn't have ever been on the news. Like Rasheed said, they wouldn't even charge that man.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, whenever these star basketball players and football players do stuff, that shit get covered, man. That shit get covered. And they take a lot of slack for that shit. They just don't get in serious trouble, but they talk about it on First Take, First Things First, Colin Cowherd, all these major sports shows. it get talked about.
If it gets out.
This shit didn't even get mentioned on none of the major sports shows this week.
Oh yeah, it probably wouldn't have because their season not in.
That's what
Another factor we got to consider though is I'm not gonna say she's not a star. She's not a star player. She's not. She's a bench player. So she's coming off the bench, averaging 9 points. You know, she's not. It's not like she's the top.
That's good though.
But if it would have been one of the other girls, it probably would have been talked about it a little bit. I think on some of the talk shows, but I
don't think so because y'all forget Brittany Griner did that same shit when she was in college.
That was a long time ago, though.
But I'm saying
the media is so different now.
Nah, man, because even when males did shit, it got covered. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. I'll be the one to say it is a double standard.
Especially
if you a woman, you can beat on your bitch. If you a nigga, you can't beat on your bitch.
Especially
so
back
nobody
then.
Want to say it? I'll be the one.
Especially back then, nobody was paying attention. We were paying attention when they scored big, like when Brittany Griner dunked, and when these teams were real good, like Maya Moore, like when the teams were good. That's the only time we paid attention.
Hope Solo did something too. She had a situation
but I'm saying,
too.
None of that other shit. Nobody paid attention.
There was an MMA fighter that beat on her bitch. Shit. I'm just saying. Hey, I remember when these articles came up and it did not get covered. So I'm just gonna be real. I'll be the one to say it. Hey, if you're a woman, you can beat on your bitch. You don't get in trouble. But if you're a nigga, don't beat on your bitch, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you got shit to lose.
I don't think anybody's gonna dispute that.
But talking about losing shit, hey, we had Thursday night football last night. The Baltimore Ravens lost a nail biter to the Kansas City Chiefs. Steve, what's your thoughts on the game?
Good game overall. I ain't gonna say bad calls, bad plays on the Ravens' part. There was a couple plays. If they would have not got called on, they probably would have scored earlier on. And in that toe line, man, that fucking foot, the toe on the fucking out of bounds. That one was a gut wrench for me. I was like, damn, come on. Overall, man, like, we know Lamar can do it. He shouldn't have to. Like, I literally just saw a post where somebody was saying, basically, it's like, you know Lamar can run 140, but he shouldn't have to. You want him to run that 50, 60 yards in the third and fourth quarter rather than run the entire freaking game. So it's like, they're going to have to – they got one of the youngest offensive lines in the league, average of 20, 25 years old. So, I mean, like, growing pains, but they're going to have to get to a point to where he's got to be able to stay in the pocket. Give Derrick Henry the ball, run the ball, and let Lamar not be the only one, the main one running. And also, these receivers, it's like, we saw a couple receivers really shine, but he's going to have to learn how to they're going to have to build around him to where he can stay in the pocket more. Yeah. But I know that's how he plays. It's a hard.
Yeah, I like to see him do. This is what he needs to do more. That's why they lost to Kansas City last year, because he didn't run the ball. You got to play to the strengths of your strength. His strength is his legs. You know what I'm saying? They got to use that. I think if he rushed for 100 yards a game, so be it. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I think he need to run more. I don't think he should be dropping back 41 times. He ain't that person. I think he should probably throw 25 times, run the ball, hand it off. I don't care. I want to see him run more. You know what I'm saying? Because when he wasn't running, they was getting beat up. And when he started running, they started winning. Well, they didn't start winning, but they started coming back. That's when they're at their best, I think, when he runs the ball. So that's their best option on offense. So to run the ball. So I don't have a problem with running the ball. I want to see him run the ball.
Yeah, man. When he went MVP the first time, when he basically blew away, I think it was either unanimous or only one person vote for him. He ran for 1,000 yards. Like, that's what makes Lamar the most dangerous player in the league. Is the fact that he could do what he did last night, and the fact that he lost that weight, got back in shape, and what he did last night, great. As far as Derrick Henry, I know a lot of people are like, yo, why he? I expected this. There's going to be games where Lamar's, the main feature running the ball. Because if you watched it, I watched the Ravens last season and this season. There was a lot of times last season the defensive ends and outside linebackers were staying put on that backside when he was doing his own read. There was too many times last night they was crashing, bro, because Derrick Henry was a threat. As the season goes on, they're going to start respecting Lamar again. and Derrick Henry's going, have them 200-yard games, 150-yard games. I want to talk about the Chiefs, though, man. Man, hey, Rashee Rice, man, he looked great. And Xavier Worthy, they lost to Cheetah, man, but they picked up a Jaguar. He looked amazing, bro. They got packages for him. We saw the explosiveness from the Chiefs offense that they did not have last season. And if they continue to do what they did last night, the rest of the season, Pat is probably going to win MVP or Lamar. One of them going to be, running for MVP. But the Chiefs offense is going to be back. And I'm not going to lie, man. I hope we get this. I hope we get part 2. I hope we get this in the AFC Championship again. Because I ain't going to lie. From what I saw, if I'm a Ravens fan, if I'm a Lamar Jackson fan, he showed me last night they got everything they need to beat the Chiefs. They just got to clean some stuff up.
Yeah, I think so. I think I was the only one at the table that picked KC, and I'm going to try to score right, too. But Baltimore's one of my teams. But Lamar, when you get to the press conference, stop crying. You lost the game, and let's move on to the next one.
What he said you didn't like? What he said that you didn't like?
He said, I felt like it was a touchdown. I still think it was a touchdown.
Oh, no, I like that he said that.
It wasn't. It wasn't a touchdown.
But you know why I like he said that?
It wasn't a touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers and other quarterbacks would have been like, we got to learn how to keep our toes in bound. One thing about Lamar, he's always been a great teammate. By him doing that, we're not even talking about Isaiah Likely.
But it wasn't Isaiah Likely's fault. He made a good play.
No, that was his fault because
he made a good play.
If you look at the footage, a better receiver would have kept his feet in bounds.
He's not a receiver; he's a tight end.
A better tight end would have kept his feet. Travis Kelce would have kept his feet in bounds.
Not too many. It's one Travis Kelce.
I'm just saying, because of that, we're not even talking about the fact that you didn't keep your feet in bounds. Did y'all watch Hard Knocks?
Not this year, no.
Okay, Rome is a rookie receiver. That same as that play that Isaiah Likely made, y'all do know on Hard Knocks, the coaching staff criticized him in Hard Knocks.
That's good for them.
I'm just saying, though, by Lamar doing that, we talking more about that shit than we is talking about Isaiah Likely. That's being a good teammate, taking the pressure and heat off your teammate.
But there wasn't no pressure on him. The pressure was on Lamar still because he still missed. He missed them wide open in the corner.
Did y'all see how Isaiah Likely walked through the tunnel and had his head down? He was already sad and disappointed because he had to answer questions by an oppressor. So when Lamar steps up there and says what he says, now all the reporters who got questions for Isaiah Likely, that turns into, oh, well, why you thought it was a touchdown, Lamar? Then you see the replay, it's clear. Lamar's not no idiot.
I thought it was a touchdown until they fucking called it. I'm sitting there looking. They had to replay it constantly.
But after you saw it, you're like, oh shit, it's not a touchdown.
It's like, damn.
You gotta ask yourself a question.
It's not a touchdown.
Is Lamar an idiot, or is that calculated in what he did?
It wasn't. I don't think
it was white shoes.
That was calculated.
White shoes.
I don't think it was calculated. I don't think he's that.
It was a touchdown. It was a touchdown. It was a touchdown. It was a touchdown. It was a touchdown.
A lot of the best leaders in sports, when you watch sports documentaries like Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson, will tell you sometimes they do stuff to make themselves look stupid to back their teammate up.
Yeah, but
guess what it does?
Not one of those.
When Lamar has always been. You don't hear teammates talk shit about Lamar.
You're not going to hear him.
Aaron Rodgers got teammates that don't have his back.
You're not going to hear it. But also, you got to win the game, too, though. But you also got to make the throw. You missed one throw, and then if he would have made that throw, then he got hurt, then he wouldn't have had it. His toe probably would have been in bounds.
So the second thing, we talking about being a good teammate. The second throw that people saying he missed, he made up another bullshit talking about I was looking for Bateman.
Yeah, I seen him say that too.
That wasn't a bad throw. For those who actually play football, understand football, a good receiver like Zay Flowers is talented. You supposed to sit down in that zone, man. Like when you see a wide open zone. So when we talking about Lamar's not a great teammate, he's out here in the press conference making himself look stupid. So we're not talking about his
I saw that play, I literally looked at two wide receivers that missed it. They messed up.
Yeah,
but when I saw that play,
when Lamar says what he says in the presser, we're not talking about the receivers. We're not talking about the receivers.
We're not talking about that one though. We're talking about
what I said about both. I'm talking about both.
I'm saying when he's in the, don't do that, Lamar. That's all I'm saying. We ain't got to get too deep in it, but don't do that, Lamar. Just
Lamar, be a good teammate, man.
You can still be a good teammate,
bro.
And don't say, I still feel like it was a touchdown. Obviously, it wasn't a touchdown.
Take the pressure off your teammates, man. Don't be like Aaron Rodgers, man. Have these niggas ride for you. This game right here is gonna make these niggas play hard for Lamar, man. Hey man, it's Friday night. Currently, we got the Eagles-Packers game going on. It's in Brazil. I want to go first. First of all, the fact that this game is in Brazil, we talked about it for the flag football. The NFL is really trying to push this international, football to get people all over the world interested. We was watching a little bit of the game before the game started. It sounds like the field is fucked up, and Saquon's not playing like at a level he's used to playing at. I'm looking forward to the game because I want to see what Jordan Love going to do. He got all these receivers. I want to see, is he going to be able to put on a show? And I want to see which one of these Packers receivers is going to emerge as the number one receiving threat on the team. Because right now, I don't know if it's going to be Watson. I don't know if it's going to be Reed. I don't know if it'll be Dobbs. I know Rose said something about Wicks. As far as the Eagles, the only thing I'm worried about is, Jalen, man, you just got to play better, man. Like, you had a horrible season last year. You need to go and get it together, man, and put together a season where we be like, yo, you can lead the team back to the Super Bowl, because last season wasn't it.
His fantasy was nice, though.
I mean, it was nice, bro. It was nice, but when you get 15 rushing touchdowns from the quarterback position, it's going to look nice. And that's what he did. He had 15 rushing touchdowns from the quarterback position, so it was supposed to look nice. But as far as like him playing quarterback, he didn't look great playing the position the way that he did the year before when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and so far, he got 2 turnovers in the first quarter, interception and a fumble. So he got to do better. Like, they talked about him all off season, all week long, like how it was all his fault that they didn't do good last year and this and that. So I just hope he does better. As far as I seen all this stuff at Alabama. It's like he's regressing. I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe it was just he got too much shine, got paid, and maybe he got comfortable. I don't know what's going on with him, but you got to get out of that because you wasn't the type of player that showed that you would get comfortable. So you got to get out of that. Jordan Love, I want to see you do good. I want to see Josh Jacobs do good, and the wide receivers on Philadelphia, they got to make plays too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm actually literally looking at the game right now. Something what hurts is off. Like, you can literally, like, just looking at it now. I don't know. I think against these better teams in the league, they're gonna struggle. Like, it's a lot of games you're gonna see where the Eagles are gonna end up struggling like later on in the season, and just based off this first game, man, they got the tools to do it. It's just, as a whole team, is it going to be cohesive? But I mean, like, the centerpiece, Hurts, is going to have to actually, I'm not going to say step up, but he's going to have to actually play well. And then from the Packers standpoint, man, they're probably a lot better. They're a lot better than I thought. I'm gonna say that. I actually mistook them for being a sorrier team, but we'll see.
Yeah. So tomorrow, Saturday, we got college games on the slate. What games are you interested in seeing, Rose, tomorrow? And was there a game last week that caught your eye? Because we didn't, talk about the aftermath.
Well, tomorrow, I'm not really looking forward to seeing any game. I know Michigan played Texas tomorrow, and that's supposed to be a big game. I think Texas is going to beat them, but I'm not. Tomorrow is tomorrow. I'm just going to watch whatever's on TV. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully Georgia's on TV so I can watch Georgia. That's pretty much the only thing I want to see. Last week, Clemson caught a lot of. I don't want to say they caught everything last week. They caught everything but touchdowns. But after the game and during the game,
they got that work, man.
That's the only. Notre Dame, they did good, but there was a couple of good games. I watched the Miami-Florida game. The Miami quarterback, he's gonna be a sleeper in the draft. Y'all watch out for him. And also that game That USC LSU game, that was a really good game. I watched that game too. That was a really good game.
Yeah, you texted me like during that first quarter. I turned into the game and I saw the rest of the game. USC quarterback looked pretty good, man. LSU got a top defense, man, and he, threw for like I think almost 400 yards and a touchdown. He looked pretty good. Hey, man, I said before the season started, Lincoln Riley, he's like the quarterback whisperer. I expect him to have games this season when he throws 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. As far as tomorrow, yeah, you hit it. Texas and Michigan. I just want to see that game. Michigan won the championship last year. I know they had a lot of turnover, but I'm interested to see what Texas does because after what Texas did week 1, it looks like they're playing SEC football. And it looks like they're just bigger than a lot of these other teams. And to be honest, I expect them to beat the dog shit out of Michigan. I don't know if Texas faces Georgia this year. I don't know if they face Alabama this year.
I want to say Georgia played Texas and Alabama this year. I know we play Alabama.
So if they do play them, I'm really interested to see what would happen when they play Georgia and Alabama. Because I will say this is not too. The last time I said this about a team that's not in the SEC was when Urban Meyer was running Ohio State. Texas has niggas on the offensive and defensive line that's playing SEC football. Like they got some big boys, they got some size. They can probably compete with some of these top tier SEC teams, which a lot of people didn't know would they be able to do that their first year in the SEC. So I want to see if they can go out there and dominate against Michigan.
Yeah, I think Michigan is probably a lot of people's favorite pick outside the SEC. Last week's game didn't go like I thought it would. But just this next week against a team like Texas, I think Texas is actually taking over the West. SEC West, it's gonna be the typical Bama versus everybody else. I think it's really going to come down to Texas versus Bama in the West. They're going to be top contenders. But besides that, 2 other games I'm looking at, I want to see what Oregon does against Boise State. Boise State's always a lower conference or lesser known conference, solid team. Let's see what number 7 Oregon does. And Clemson coming off a loss next week. They dropped down to 25 against a team. They're playing against Appalachian State. Appalachian State has been good in previous years. I want to see what
very interesting game.
Is Clemson a top 25 team? Are they best in the ACC, or is now Miami going to take that spot? So we'll see.
And we're going to wrap it up with the pros, man. So this is going to be the first Sunday where we have NFL football back. Now, this is a different type of week because we got games Thursday night and Friday night. And then, of course, we got the Monday night game coming up. C's, which game or 2 are you most looking forward to watching? And is there any player that you just cannot wait to see what they're going to do?
As far as players wait, I don't have any players I want to wait. Can't see. I'm not playing fantasy this year, so I'm not plugged in like normally.
This year?
Nah, not playing this year, so I'm not plugged in like normal, so I don't have a list. A game, everybody, y'all gonna mention y'all are Falcons fans. I'm a Steelers fan. I want to see the results of that game. Russell's questionable, so this might actually be an opportunity.
Russell.
Just got a calf injury.
Might be
Oh.
Fields. This might be the thing Fields needed to happen. So I want to see the results of that one.
So he hurt himself in preseason?
He got hurt in training camp preseason. It's the same calf. I can't wait to see the Atlanta Falcons beat up on the Pittsburgh Steelers and give Arthur Smith the butt whooping he deserves. You know what I'm saying? He gave us 3 years of I don't know what it was, but it was basement dwelling, man. It was the worst 3 years in football history. If you ask me, they talking about Desmond Ritter had it. No, it was him. So I remember he didn't play B. John Robinson because B. John Robinson said stomach hurt or something. But then he played him, but then he didn't play him. I was like, come on, man. Arthur Smith, I still don't understand why they keep giving him so much praise. Just because your daddy's a millionaire, almost a billionaire, doesn't mean that you know football. Doesn't mean that. Just because you got babysat with the best of the best, that doesn't mean you know football, man. You suck, man. I don't know why we hired you. I don't know why Tomlin hired you. You need to be sitting on the sideline somewhere watching the game, drinking a 12-pack. That's what you look like.
What's going on?
So I got 3 games, and when I say them, people might be like, "Fuck, you want to watch them games for?"
We'll say Rams line.
It ain't got nothing to do no, because no, that's actually gonna be a good game. It ain't got nothing to do with the games. It's the players in the game. I want to see the Cardinals Bills. What is Josh Allen gonna look like now that he don't have no receivers? Who's gonna step up and be that number 1 receiver for him? But most importantly, Marvin fucking Harrison Jr. Like, we've been waiting for this since you lit Georgia up in the playoff. Like, are you ready for this NFL competition?
I don't think so. I think they're going to hit him in his rib just like Georgia did.
Hey, let's see, man. Let's see. Because they had him going very high in fantasy for him to be a rookie receiver. And I actually got a lot of stock invested in you, boy. So I need you to go out there and show out. So, I do.
Let me ask you a question. Did he sign the deal yet with the NFL? Can they sell his jersey yet?
Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yeah.
He ain't signed no deal yet?
No, he didn't sign like the players deal with the NFL. So that for the loans, they're not able to sell his jersey.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know he had that going on, man.
Yeah, so you don't know?
Nah, I don't even know. And then Steelers, Falcons, ain't nobody on the Steelers I'm worried about, man. Like, Pickens, I hope you do good. I drafted you in fantasy. But B. John fucking Robinson, I'm excited, man. Because last season I was watching you do what you did in that pedestrian offense. And now that we got a quarterback and now we got people that want to give you the ball. And I told y'all last week, man, I think he got a chance to win league MVP. And, hey, I would love to see him bring that trophy back to Atlanta since the great Matt Ryan won it. And lastly, y'all gonna stop.
If you don't start praising more Vic and less white boy.
That's the only MVP in our franchise history. Y'all gonna show that nigga some respect, bro.
No, sir.
Hey,
he sold us out. That's the reason why we lost. Get it right.
And the last game I'm looking forward to is the Texans versus Colts for 2 reasons. One, for CJ Stroud, because Rose been saying all offseason, you've been doing so much chirping, nigga, you got to show up and play. You got expectations now. People expect you to perform. And Anthony Richardson. In the little 4 games you played last year, for some reason, people think that you that guy. I want to see it, bro. I want to see you put together a full 17-game slate of you dominating. Because I'm not even going to flex to y'all. That 4 games he played before he got hurt, that nigga was, bro. Do y'all remember when Cam Newton first came in the league? Anthony Richardson was looking like that. Like, he was putting up numbers that was ridiculous. So I want to see what you're going to do, bro, in these, to this weekend against the Texans.
Hopefully he go explode
like TNT, y'all.
Like dynamite.
Boom. So, for those who know Fatman Scoop, he passed away while he was doing a concert. He collapsed on stage and was pronounced dead.
I thought he already died.
Tears. Oh yeah, Fatman Scoop, man. He was everywhere, man. He was on songs. He was a producer also, a DJ. He was on video games, man. Like, he was like, you want to talk about hip hop or rap culture? I mean,
He was the culture.
this man, literally, like, that voice. Come on, like, instantly that voice gets you hype. So many movies, TV shows. I mean, you need somebody on a hit song. I mean, you think about the Missy Elliott song, the Sierra song, the joint with Faith Evans. You better put your hands up if you got it. That's like my number one, number 2, number 3 skate song.
He did Beyonce too.
Yeah, probably did a Beyonce song, but I mean, yeah. Just like a couple weeks, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about Beat King, man. Y'all start taking care of yourselves, man. Like, for real.
I mean, he was 53 years old, 54 when he passed. So, I mean, hey, everybody ain't meant to live to be 90, man. But he collapsed on stage, so he died doing what he loved to do. to your point, I got tears because he is the voice of a lot of classic songs. Like there are a lot of songs that he's on. Like one of my favorite is "Drop" with Timberland, where it's like just hearing his voice for some reason that made the song as hype as it was. And I just always remember that song "Drop" being in all them early 2000s dance movies, from "You Got Served" to some of the other dance movies they had. And that was actually, and maybe Rose can speak more on it because he was, probably in college during that time period, or no, probably high school or college during that time period. But I just remember watching a lot of movies where that song, particularly, there was a lot of bands, especially HBCU bands, that was basically playing that song, and that was the song that you would hear on the trumpets and stuff, and through the instruments would always sound dope. So rest in peace, shout out.
Yeah, I got tears for him because I watched the video. That just was sad. Watching that video, he was just doing his thing. Also, like everybody saying, his voice and everything. He's. I got him drops on one of my samples on my DJ. So he's one of the ones I constantly use. I'm always using his voice that drops. So it's like it's a sad thing, man. Sad day to see him go, man. Anytime a rapper dies, you know what I'm saying. And it got nothing to do with drugs or guns, man. It's a sad occasion.
Juice Man. Okay, cool. My bad. Hey, speaking of rappers passing away, Rich Homie Quan passed away this week. Apparently, it was because of overdose. His baby mama or girlfriend said he fell asleep on the couch in the living room. She put a blanket over him, went back to bed, then took the kids to school and realized he was gone. I got tears. Rich Homie Quan wasn't even a rapper that I listened to, so let me make that very clear. He was like, if you go on my phone, I might got one Rich Homie Quan song, but this is a rapper I definitely knew his music. This ain't like one of the motherfuckers that I didn't know his music. When I heard it, I talked to TTK and he literally said what was on my mind. He was like the soundtrack of some of my college years. Because in the words of Joe Budden, I was outside when Rich Homie Quan was doing his thing. When I was going to the club and stuff like that, I couldn't go to the club and not hear Rich Homie Quan song. Like he just had a lot of music that was just dumping in the clubs. So like, me being of that age where I was first going to the club, first partying and stuff like that, and that being one of the most popular rappers, like Future and Drake was up there too, but Rich Homie Quan, especially being from the South, if you went to clubs in the South, especially in Atlanta, like, yeah, you was bound to hear a Rich Homie Quan song. So it was like, for anybody that's between my age, like 28 and 33, like, yeah, Rich Homie Quan is someone you definitely heard a lot too. And shout out to my boy D Will, who came out to a Rich Homie Quan song at his wedding when they called his name and he had to walk down the aisle. So shout out to my homeboy D Will.
Yeah, tears, man. I mean, it was that era, man. I mean, he definitely did his thing, man. Like he had a lot of hit songs. I don't think you get a Young Thug and a YSL as big as it was without his earlier hits. I mean, definitely if you were in college or high school around that time or in the South, man, you heard it. I mean, he definitely had his classics. He ain't really done nothing in the last couple years, but I mean, he did his thing at the time. It's an unfortunate situation, and it's sad to see everybody's stuff comes out after they died. There's literally a video of him going around, somebody screaming or something. He's sitting in the corner, geeked up, just looking crazy, geeked up like he was asleep for 15 years, and then the recording of the 911 call, his girl, baby moms, whatever. Yeah, whoever the 911 operator is, she need to go back to training. I'm gonna just say that. But yeah, rest in peace, man.
R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. Man, he was a good dude. I met him a couple of times. Shit, my godson's named after that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He came through, showed the city of Augusta some love, man. So, R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a sad occasion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I always say, I ain't got no tears. When you on that dope, you ain't getting no hope. So I ain't got no tears for him. I feel sorry for his kids, and his family, and I definitely feel sorry for his girlfriend because that 911 call was really sad. But I ain't got no tears for him. You know what I'm saying? Rappers die every day when you're on that dope and you out there rapping that killing and stuff. So I ain't got no tears. I know y'all can get me in the comments if y'all want to, but I love it.
Hey, talking about something that happen every day, y'all. Man, it seems like this is the 20th time that we talked about a school shooting this year. Appalachian High School had a school shooting. The shooter name was Colt Gray. I want to say the father name was Colin Gray. He's been charged with negligence and child endangerment or something like that.
And murder.
And murder. Yeah, I got tears, and I have nothing to say on this topic because I told C's last night that I don't own a gun, so I don't want to even have to be part of the solution. I want to leave this to the niggas who own guns to figure out what to do about this shit. So I have nothing more to say on this.
Tears for a situation. It's a common occurrence in America, man. Let's just be honest. It's anytime it's the definition is more than 4 people get killed in a 24-hour period. So literally, Chicago, O Block, these weekend shootings. Technically, those are mass murders. This particular case it's a little bit different because there's now information going on that was being watched. A 13-year-old, now 14-year-old teenager is being watched by the FBI. Over a year ago, he made some type of threat. So he's been watched.
How many people died?
4. 2 teachers, 2 students. And then I want to say about a total of 9 people got injured. So 9 other people got injured. Another wild thing to consider is, hey, why is this parent buying your child an AR-15? It's one thing for you to use and train on an AR-15, but for you to buy a teenager their own rifle, probably why you're getting the charges.
How old was he?
He is 13, probably 14.
Oh man, he shouldn't have that job.
They're also trying him as an adult, and they're charging his father. So his father's also getting these charges. You can sit there and say we need to ban guns, but is that really going to solve the problems? Like, you can say, oh, we should ban all guns. Is that really going to solve all the problems? Is it going to stop somebody?
Well, if you vote for Harris, she's getting rid of all choppers. She said she want to get rid of all choppers.
And it's like the technicalities with the names. It's like, it's literally.
It's an assault rifle.
What is an assault rifle?
Assault rifle.
What are they gonna start calling? They're gonna start calling shit. What are they gonna? Okay, what are you gonna start?
I think it's got to be a certain like length or something, or and the bullets it hold, or what's the definition of an assault rifle?
There's no solid definition. They literally stretch it and use it to when they want to at free will.
Okay.
Just like you could say, oh, you've got SBR, a short barrel rifle, or oh, this is a hunting rifle. What if I use this hunting rifle to scope somebody and unalive them? Is that now I assaulted someone with this?
I always looked at assault rifle is.
You thinking like machine gun?
Magazine. So if you got a magazine, it's like a 30-06.
Well, what's the difference between that and like a blackout? So you got
a blackout?
223 versus a 300 blackout.
What's a blackout?
That's usually gonna be like your hunting cartridges.
Nah. If that holds more.
That's gonna be like a bear gun.
So it's 5.
Well, no, we're talking like 12. It's gonna be the same capacity, like 15 in the chamber or 20 in the chamber, just like an AR-15. It's just a heavier.
AR-15 holds anywhere from 25 to 100 round shot.
It's packed. It's packed. Like the blackouts are gonna leave a freaking hole the size of a can.
I don't look at how big the hole is. I look at like how many bullets can you. That's what I'm saying. The 30-06 is usually like one chamber. It's like a sniper rifle.
I mean, then you got you've also got capacities like certain states got capacities like Maryland, California, where you can only buy certain magazines.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Sizes is that the factor, or is it like?
Because assault weapon means you coming with more than goddamn 15 bullets. You coming with.
The one reason why I don't agree with teachers having guns is what happens to the situation when you have that one teacher that snaps, and they're gonna be like, oh, well, we put the guns in the school to protect the kids, but then
now in college you carry your pistol. You carry assault weapon. You can carry it on you in class.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's been going on for a minute now. So
it's a real convoluted conversation because like I don't think there's one cut and dry thing to do because you can sit there and say, oh, just let everybody have it, or oh, just take it away from everybody.
But we enjoy it so everybody has it.
So it's like, and this is America. This is not England. This is not France.
Yeah, everybody has it. It is what it is.
We're so strict. So I mean, it's a conversation that's going to continue to be had until something drastic laws change.
You got any thoughts, Jose?
I did, but I ain't got no tears. I mean, I got tears. I got tears because it was a sad situation. But we can move on to the next one.
All right, so people who don't have guns, they ain't have shit to say about this. Hey, man, moving on to something kind of funny, actually. So the cops was called on these people at Applebee's because they had decided to do the $15.99 all you could eat. Apparently, they were sharing food at the all you could eat. They was trying to go over semantics, saying that nowhere on the sign says we couldn't share food or it's per person. And they was told, hey, each person now has to pay $15.99.
Mm-hmm.
And the cops came and it looked like they arrested one or maybe multiple people. Mm-hmm. Man, I got tears of laughter, man. Hey, man, niggas got to stop trying to get over, bro. Like, I understand.
Oh, black folks or white folks?
These black folks. But I understand. I understand that they didn't have, per person on it. But if you got common sense, most of the time when it's an all you can eat or a buffet, man, it's gonna be per person, bro. Like most of the time it's gonna be.
What state was this in?
I have no idea. Most of the time it's gonna be per person. It'll be nice if they tell you can't share, but most of the time it's kind of assumed, man, once you pay that, nigga, that's for you to eat. Not for you to basically get your partner, your spouse, or your friend, and y'all tag team this shit.
Yeah, so you can share, but you can't just be like, hey, here go you a plate. Here go you get a plate. You get a plate. You can't be Oprah. Everybody can't get a plate. You can share off your plate and be like, hey, yeah, we eat this. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's two of y'all and y'all just order that one thing, you can't do that. But if it's four of y'all, two of y'all order it, and the other two order some kids' meals, okay, then y'all can try to finesse it. But I think these people were just trying to get over to the furthest extent.
Yes.
And the
now
server
you're trying to make it look good.
Yeah, and the server wasn't having it. And the server was mad. The server was black too. It's like, dog, server, dog, who you with? Who you with? Who you with? Who you with?
Who you with?
Who you with? Like, dog, go. Like, she was taking it so serious. Like, why y'all? Like, the cops ain't need to be called on it, but it's like, yeah, they didn't want to pay for the food. Just let them leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gonna give you no tip. It's okay. Like, but y'all know better next time. But come on, people, man, y'all gotta do better.
Niggas trying to get over, man. Come on. People want to always argue semantics. If you're going to do something, if you're going to be slick, like, be sly about it. Hey, you get a play, this person order something else. Have some, I'm not going to say have some common sense, but have some slickness to your shit.
Decorum, y'all.
Decorum. Be. If you're going to be slick with your shit. And then it's like, if she had just shut the hell up, she wouldn't have got arrested. Even the cop, like, he was calmer than I would be. I would be like, hey, lady, shut the hell up.
In the words of Dave's, man, Hold your lads.
Shit. So I mean, it's you want to go to these, read the fine print. You want to go to these restaurants and argue shit. The manager, the server's right to kick you out. You didn't pay for the damn food. How can we have tears for you, man? Like, everybody probably knows somebody here.
Juice, man.
What up? What up?
What you think, man?
Man, some foolery going around. For real. That's crazy. Like, man, please.
I can't do the whole 15. I can't.
Talking about tomfoolery. So we've been seeing all these 20 versus 1s. There was this female rapper named Diamond the Body. And I'm not gonna lie, she looked good in her video. There was a school teacher, I forgot what grade C's, but he was a school teacher. And he was one of the people that was trying to hook up with her. She asked what he did. He said, I'm a teacher. She was like, oh, it's gonna be a pass. He said, why? Oh, because you know, money. You professional, you got students and stuff. How is it gonna look? Because I'm, a rapper, I talk about certain stuff, and overall I'm just a hoe. And then he still tried to pursue it or whatever. And I got tears, man. Like, I know C's was trying to tell me, man, at least she was honest. Man, and let me make this clear. This is how a lot of these women, especially these black women, when it comes to the ones who listen to a lot of rap today, man, they view themselves as hoes. So it's hard for me as a man to not view y'all as hoes when y'all view yourselves as hoes.
That's like you can't call a girl a bitch.
Exactly. Like, she literally said to this nigga, I can't fuck with you because I'm a hoe. And that looks bad. Like, yeah, she being honest, C's, but it's like, yo, bro, y'all, you understand how many little girls probably have that same mentality because they listen to her music? Like, we make being a hoe seem like it's okay and cool, bro. We gotta stop that shit.
How the hell is she making the shit seem like it's okay? She literally said, no, it's not okay. I don't want attention to be brought to us because of me. Your students are going to look at this. Oh, he's dating such and such. I wanted you to be just like her when I grew up. Because I can date a teacher too.
Because instead of looking at like, yo, it's a good nigga right here. Maybe I could change my ways and do better.
Why the hell do they even know who the hell she is?
Bro. I'm just a hoe.
What?
Okay. Hey, man.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Hoes gonna be hoes, man. I'm just saying we gotta stop making it seem like it's okay.
I blame who? Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Ice Spice. I blame them all. Sexy Red. I blame all y'all for the corruption of these young ladies.
Yeah, I got tears because Buddy was trying to risk it all for her. he wasn't trying to hear nothing she was trying to say. He's like, nah, it's okay. It's okay. It's almost like he was begging her, like, please.
There ain't no problem.
Baby, please. Baby, please. Baby, please.
He's that sharp.
He's a school teacher. He wanted that pussy bad.
Yeah, so, man, what's wrong with these hoes?
So, we had a couple videos about single mothers this week. One was basically a woman, looked like a stud, saying how her homeboy basically got finagled into taking a single mother's child to the hospital and being stuck there for 8 to 9 hours because the mom, it was 4 hours, my bad, being stuck there for 4 hours, and he was doing this just so he could take her on a date and everything, and his whole day got wasted. And he decided to block her.
So I'm gonna start off. With it is just like, this is the only qualms I would have had.
Wait, C's. And then there was another video of a dude basically claiming, hey, if you're a single mother and I'm dating you, not your kids, y'all not a package deal.
So with the hospital one, my question was, I asked for Teasy this. I was like, hey, did it state anywhere in the video he took her son and her other kids to the hospital? Not, hey, can you take my son? This is random nigga she dated. I don't know if he's met the kids or not. Hey, can you take my son to the hospital? Why the fuck are you not getting in the car with all your fucking kids plus your sick son and this man and all y'all go to the fucking emergency room? Because if you just sent this man with your son to the hospital, bitch, you're wrong. where's it? It's gonna come up. Where's his dad? But also, you don't know this man. What the fuck? And then if he had just took all of them and say, "Hey, I'm doing this as a favor," cool. He's probably gonna get a cookie. You know, she break him off something. Hey, you did this favor for this girl, and still, even then, it's like respect for the dude. It's like, hey, you took all of them. It's like, bitch, I'll take your son to the hospital because I don't want to see the kid sick. But bitch, you coming with me with these other little.
So the woman didn't go with him.
From what the video said, no, and he ain't wrong for blocking this bitch. And then second point is the package deal shit. It works on both ends, but the only difference between men and women is typically the woman has the majority custody or they're the main caretakers of the children. That's why it's not an even view with it, but it's like, hey, my question to the guy that made the statement, I'm dating you, not your kids. You know it's a fucking package deal. Even if you say, hey, you ain't got to worry about my kids, this is irrelevant, this ain't got nothing to do with it. It's a huge fucking part of somebody's life. You can't just say, "Oh, but I got a kid, but I didn't tell you." It's like that's a huge fucking factor. It's a lot of questions that come with it when you meet somebody. So I mean, if that's your attitude for anybody that says, "Oh, I don't want to deal with the package deal with kids," if you're looking for something more than just a one quick hitter or here and there, and you actually trying to get in a relationship, you can't just do the package deal shit. It's a package deal. It's a guaranteed package deal.
Yeah, my question would be, like, is it like the situation from earlier when that dude said that? Because I'm be real, like, yeah, I believe it is a package deal if you decide to date a single parent who has kids. But at what point in time does the kids get introduced? Because, like, the first situation, yo, bro, I shouldn't be doing shit for your kids, and I don't even know you yet.
It's like the first date. It sounded like it was the first date.
Like, I shouldn't be taking your kids to the hospital. I shouldn't be buying your kids no food. I shouldn't be doing nothing. You shouldn't be texting me talking about, hey, like when you pick me up for this date and we go to this restaurant, can you give me some money so I can, get pizza or McDonald's for my kids? I shouldn't be doing none of that shit because I don't even know if I want to step foot into this situation. Now, once we start dating and however the fuck you define that shit, once we start dating, then yeah, I do agree that a single parent, their kids come along with that shit, and you gotta determine, are you woman enough, are you man enough to deal with that shit? Now, me personally, I don't really want to deal with nobody who got kids because I don't want to be responsible for caring for your kids. But ideally, I'm just gonna keep it 100 though. I feel like if you're a single parent and you're gonna be dating, you need to put yourself in a position where you don't need assistance with your kids, especially financially. And then it makes it more appealing for someone to want to be involved with you and your kids. But if you already struggling by yourself with you and your kids to the point where you need help, and then you start dating me, that's just gonna put strain on the relationship. And that's why, in C's point, that's why most men don't want to deal with it. The honest truth is, I keep saying single parents. The truth is, most single fathers financially can take care of themselves and a child. But there's a lot of single mothers out here who are struggling to do that, and men are seen as providers. So, of course, when a man gets in a relationship with a woman, you already are seen as someone that's supposed to provide for that woman. Now you have to provide for this child. Versus a woman who decides to get with a single father, women are not seen as people that are supposed to provide in a relationship. So yeah, you might see the single father struggling, but you're not seen. You might provide emotional support, but you're not seen to provide financial stability to that man. So it makes it easier for women to make that decision. Like a woman would be like, yeah, man, I'll date this man who got kids, because all she got to do is basically come over and babysit the kids every once in a while. Versus a man, he might have to actually step up and actually assume the role of being the pseudo parent, the pseudo father, because a lot of you niggas, and we talked about this last week with the Cam Newton episode, a lot of you niggas ain't shit. A lot of you niggas ain't doing what the fuck y'all supposed to be doing for y'all kids. Y'all out here having babies and shit, and now other niggas got to step up and do your fucking job and take care of motherfuckers that don't belong to them. Which is crazy. I'm going to say this, I'm going to pass it on to Juice Man. Man, you don't even see that shit in the Animal Kingdom. You don't, bruh. In the animal kingdom, lions kill the cubs of the other lions who make them. When a lion take over a herd or whatever and start fucking all the females, any cubs that was made from another male lion, they get offed. They get offed. Only humans take care of the responsibility of another male's kids. All the other animals in the animal kingdom, they kill them motherfuckers, bruh. Because the whole purpose is to pass your seed on.
Or they do like y'all diggers and just leave them.
That too, you just abandon the motherfuckers and you be like, oh, you just born, you in the wild, they in the nest or whatever, they ain't gonna be able to feed themselves, they just gonna die off naturally or whatever. So, that shit weird to me, man.
Yeah, I guess I would have to look at it like this. If I was dating a woman, and y'all already know, I really ain't trying to meet your kids after we smash. It is what it is. If we ain't fucking, I don't need to meet your kid. I don't need to see your kid. Ain't nothing.
Bam, thank you, man.
Yeah, cause if we ain't fucking, you damn ain't give me no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, why I need to meet your kid for? You know. But after y'all, like you say, you consider yourself a boyfriend or girlfriend, y'all smashing, then yeah, you should introduce the child. But I shouldn't meet your child before we at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you say, you protect the child. You don't want the child to be seeing all kind of crazy shit all the damn time. But man, it gets tough. It gets weird out there, man. It really does. And like you say, for a man, when I'm as me being a single father, hey, you couldn't see my fucking child. See my child. Who is you, man? You know what I'm saying? Who is you?
You just the flavor of the week, ho.
Yeah, like no, like if you was out there, you out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I must be, man, please, no, you cannot. No, me as a single father, like Bray hit on the head. Like I don't need your help. Like, you know what I've been doing this. I've been holding it down for a minute. Like, hey, it is what it is, man. As me as a father, as a responsible father, I didn't play that shit. I got my child. I'm holding that shit down. You come around, you want my child. Are you a good influence on my child? What do you do? Like, how can you help my daughter or son be a better person? If you can't do that, there ain't no need for you to meet them. You know what I'm saying? And that's all there is to it.
Rose, you got any thoughts, man?
Nah, I just think it was. Yeah, he pulled that dummy move. Like, I don't know what the same thing about. Like, these are simps that the real ones have to deal with. These simps like guy like this guy. Like, this guy is really, he might be the hoe of the month. This simp of the year. I don't know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? But as far as if you date me, you date my kid. No, that's not true. I date you, and then if it goes further, if we in a relationship, then I'm in a relationship with you and your kids, but I ain't dating you and your kids. That's I think that's kind of like child abuse or something like that.
How long do you think it should take? So how long do you think you can be messing with a girl before you think it's right for her to introduce you to the kid?
That's up to y'all. That's up to y'all.
3-4 months.
I'm asking you.
Oh,
3-4 months. You gotta be
no.
around.
So I gotta be hitting every day for 3 or 4 months.
No.
Yeah. You gotta be
That's what I'm
serious.
talking about.
If you meet the kids,
That's what I'm talking about.
it's serious.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cause bitch, I don't need you to meet my kids, bitch.
I lean to Rose, man. That's between y'all, but I do like the fact that Rose answered the question I asked earlier. How do you define dating? And I like the way you put it, Rose.
What do you say?
Like, once you get in a relationship.
How long would that take?
Because some people take dating as a relationship, so you got to put that boundary there.
Yeah, a relationship is a relationship. Whenever y'all say it's a relationship, it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 days.
Week
A
is crazy.
relationship
That's
is when
crazy
y'all
work.
say it's a relationship.
Fucking,
But you can have relationships with people.
Yeah.
But as far as like I'm dating you and your
Exclusively.
kid. Yeah,
Just
no,
don't get to the point to
no,
where
I'm
I'm
not
like,
dating you and
hey,
your
this
kids.
is Uncle so
I'm
and
dating
so.
you, and then if me and you decided to get in a relationship or have dealings with each other, then you take the responsibility. You don't have to take the responsibility on, but that responsibility is there, and it's like if you care for that person, then you care for that person and whatever they got, their baggage that go along with it. It might not be kids, it might just be baggage. But
That's facts right there, man. Because for a lot of you ladies right out there, man, if a man want to fuck with you, believe me, if he got feelings for you and he care about you, you ain't gotta ask a nigga to do certain shit. But vice versa too, man. If a bitch really fuck with a nigga, I mean, you ain't gotta ask her to. Like if you gotta go to work and you got nobody to watch your kid, and the bitch really fuck with you, she'll volunteer and say, "Hey, Juice man, I'll stay at your house and watch little so and so or whatever." You know, if she really fuck with you.
You crazy as fuck. Hell nah, I just told you, nigga, I got money. My son, my daughter at daycare, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you in school? Nigga ain't no random bitch. I'm gonna watch my kid. Nigga, what the fuck
I ain't talking
wrong
about a
with you?
random bitch. I'm talking about somebody that you in a relationship with.
Huh? Nigga, you know how long that takes? You know the privilege of meeting my child, nigga? What the fuck wrong with you, dog? I don't play no fucking games with my children's life. You got boy.
Fair enough.
Don't play.
Hey man, talking about playing games and getting silly prizes. So there's two separate situations, but it kind of holds to the same standard. So Ice Spice was recently on her first ever tour, and Cleo Trapper, a rapper who's been in the game longer than her, but she doesn't have the status and clout as Ice Spice. Apparently, they was besties. Doing the little tour, there was instances of her having to carry her own baggage and asking Ice Spice, "Hey, can your security carry it for me?" And her saying, "No, that's my security." There was instances of like, "Hey, are we going to eat? Like, can we at least go to McDonald's?" And apparently, everybody done already went to a steakhouse and shit, and then let her know. Now, apparently, Ice Spice had told her before the trip when she invited her, "Hey, I got you, girl. You my friend. I got you." And there was just incident after incident of her not having her. On the flip side, Marlon Wayans did an interview in the Shay Shay Club, and he told a story about how when they did the Wayne Brothers show, that basically they wanted John Witherspoon, the late John Witherspoon, to be their father on the show. And I want to say it was Fox, the heads of Fox. NBC, okay, it was NBC, my bad. The heads of NBC said, "Nah, we don't want him to be the father," and they gave different reasons.
He's too ghetto.
And basically, they said, "Okay, cool, fuck it." And they took the show and ended up doing the show at a different station, which ended up being Fox, right?
WB.
WB?
Yeah.
Okay, ended up being WB. Me and C's talked about it, and it's interesting to see how people will say they're your friend and don't have your back. And I look at both situations. And one reason why I always like the Waynes, because the Waynes always seem like they've been very loyal to people that fuck with them. You know, because there's a lot of people in that Hollywood weird, let me phrase it, Hollywood circle that would have been like, you know what, we fuck with John Witherspoon, but we got a chance to be on a national program, national network. Yeah, who do you want us to pick as the father? We'll find any person you want and we'll make that be our father. But instead, they was like, nah, we'll go to a lesser network if that's what it takes, because we're going to stand by the person that we stand by. And the question, and the problem is, a lot of motherfuckers don't stand like that, man. A lot of motherfuckers don't stand that deep. A lot of motherfuckers have their own interests at heart, and they don't really look at like, hey, man, everyone around me gonna eat. Like, it ain't just good enough for me to eat. Like, if I eat and no one else around me eat, then I'd have failed. Like, some people do have that mentality of, hey, man, if I'm gonna eat at this table, everyone around me gotta eat too. And then I look at Ice Spice situation, and I'm just disappointed. Because I don't know if they was really friends or not. I can only go off of the way they try to portray their relationship. They try to portray their relationship like they was really friends. And I know Joe Budden tried to explain when you go on a tour and stuff, that money's allocated and the studio gives you this kind of money and all this other stuff. So maybe they couldn't take her to the steak restaurant because there was not money allocated for that. Ice Spice, you ain't no broke bitch. Like, if you told this bitch you had her, and if you really got her and that's your homegirl, Hey man, if I'm eating steak, man, my niggas eating steak too.
This sounds like a
if
woman
my niggas
situation.
can't eat steak and my nigga gotta eat a hamburger, guess what? I'm eating a hamburger too. Then.
This sounds like a woman situation. You gotta realize Ice Spice is a woman. So that shit you talking about, that's what women do. They do that shit all the fucking time. Yeah, girl, come on, hang out. But yet they ain't doing what they say. It's a female trait. That sound like some female shit to me.
Not all females do that. The females look out for these people.
They're all women. They do that. They do look out for their bitches.
I ain't talking about all.
People. Well,
I didn't say all. I said
not all
women, as in majority.
I don't think the majority of women do that because
They do.
The more majority of the women I know, if they say they got their friend, their homegirl, then they got their homegirl.
Unless they don't got it. That's what I'm telling you. It's different. Like Bert said, like you said, if you was gonna get a steak and you couldn't get the steak and you had to get a hamburger, you would sacrifice. Women don't sacrifice. What the fuck
if
wrong
I
with
had
you?
the option to get a seafood bowl and to make sure you ate, we had to go to McDonald's. Guess what? We going to McDonald's
Because you a man. You sacrifice. Women don't sacrifice.
From far as I saw, people they do that all the time.
Men do, yeah.
I'm talking about women. Like,
oh my goodness.
If that's their friend, I seen it. Done.
I done seen it done too. But I'm talking about the majority, bro. We talking about women.
I've been saying I can only speak for what I have seen. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying I have seen women that if you mess with them or that this is my friend, this is my family or whatnot, I'm gonna look out for you. That's what I've been around. I don't know.
But for a woman is okay. I'm gonna eat steak, and yeah, shorty, you can go to McDonald's. That's women looking out.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
That's women looking. Oh yeah, I had a steak. I had $100 steak. But yo, since you my shorty, I'm looking out for you. Go get you a $2 burger. That's what women do. They ain't gonna sacrifice that steak for another chick. Hell no, nigga. Never ever. They're not. They bruh. I love them to death. But women are different than men. Men and women are different.
And then we also got to get to the point where we're not talking about women because a woman is a stand-up person. Now these hoes gonna do stuff that you was talking about.
Okay.
But not all women are not gonna do that.
A hoe is a
them hoes gonna look out for themselves.
And niggas can be hoes too, because a lot of you
niggas
is bitches too, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of you niggas be doing female type shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you niggas will go to McDonald's drive-thru, know your man's is fucking broke because he had to pay some bills, and then say, okay, cool, give me all this, and you be like, you want anything? And you be like, man, I'm broke, man, I had to pay bills. All right, cool, and then you pull off to the next window. Y'all niggas hoes too, bro.
Yeah.
Especially this what makes pissing me off. Especially if you got a woman's, they done looked out for you before. Because me and C's talked about this last night. Hey, I get pissed off when niggas decide to act a certain way, and I be like, damn, I would have never did you like that, homie, bro. Like, I don't even get down like that. Like, you tripping over $10 for a bottle, and I done bought the bottle before. Yeah. Or you tripping over, like, hey, bro, I ain't got $5 to get something to eat. And, nigga, I done paid for you to eat at Juicy Crab before.
Or, you know what I'm saying, we tell you to get a bottle, you come to the club, and you don't get a bottle, then you lie about it. Yeah. Then another nigga got to get the bottle, and then the next day you get a bottle, and you expect everybody chipping on your bottle. Nah, hoe.
Yeah, nigga, so you going to get treated like a hoe. Because that's what you acting like. You acting like a hoe in that situation, man. So a lot of you niggas, bro, y'all hoes too, bro. Y'all be playing these silly-ass hoe games.
Okay, and we going back to it. A hoe is a bitch you fuck, so if you ain't fucking, she's not a hoe.
No, she can still be a hoe.
Oh, she's still a hoe even though you don't fuck her?
Yes. Cause niggas, what he said, niggas be hoes too.
Yeah, but that's some hoe shit. That's what
I'm saying. They hoes.
But see, me,
and niggas be playing pussy, bro.
I'm saying,
Cause dudes will do a lot of hoe stuff. Niggas be like,
that's hoe shit. It's hoe
shit. That make him a hoe.
Man,
in my book,
you would text a nigga around 2 PM, like, hey, yo, you free? I need a ride, or can you come over and help me with this? Niggas would text you back 10 at night, like they didn't see that shit.
Or dudes would be like, dog, dudes will ask you for a favor and you do it, and then you constantly doing them a favor, and then they act like you ain't doing them no favor. And like,
In fact, man, before I give it to C's, man, I done seen a situation where I was riding with my homie. And, we in the car, this years ago. We driving down Dean's Bridge. And he see one of the niggas he know that he apparently fucked with walking. How that sometime during the summer. And he's like, yeah, is that so? So I said, yeah, that look like one of your partners that you introduced before. He said, oh, man, I hope that nigga ain't see me. I said,
Oh,
damn.
Oh, shit.
Nigga, we can't want to drive like, let me keep it real, bro. If I ever see one of my homies walking and I'm driving by, nigga, if I gotta hit a U-turn, nigga, I'm hitting a U-turn, bro. And I done did that before. I done seen people walking that I fuck with, and I done hit a U-turn and be like, bro, you good, bro? Yeah, man, hop in the car, let's go, man. Feel this AC, bro. C's?
So with the Ice Spice situation, man, I think what Juice Man was getting at, we talked about before. Particularly women use the term friend too loosely. So they'd be like, oh, that's my girl. Oh, that's my friend. And then like we all know women that do this thing where
we all know men that do that too.
No. I'm talking about specifically fall the fuck out with the friend.
Dudes do that too.
No. Women do it on a higher level though.
They do.
I mean, these bitches would be like knockout, drag out. 2 weeks later, I was like, you said that bitch can go to hell. She can die. She can suck so many dicks. Women
are more dramatic. Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, y'all chilling in each other's house.
But then dudes can get into a fight, friends, and then the next day or 2 days later.
I mean, usually you dap it up. It's like whatever.
So what's the difference? Women go say their mouths, but dudes go fight, and then what's the difference?
This is sit down at the dudes have
women usually will hold the grudge too though.
But I understand what you're saying, but you're saying, but getting into a fight is worse than saying, oh, words are getting into a fight. Physical is worse than words.
Niggas, men are physical. It's like nigga fight me. Like, what you gonna like? Nigga fight me. You gonna knock each other out, whatever, and then we shake hands. It's under the rug.
But if it's true, but I think the conversation we're not having this play. We're not having this conversation.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. I'm getting back to my point. My point was Ice Spice. I don't know how well she's actually friends with the chick.
That's right.
I don't know the chick's music either. So,
but we're not really talking about them. That was the example.
Just an example.
It's a common thing.
And then we're talking about now.
Did she really tell this chick?
Ice Spice is a female, so
no.
What she did
but now
is
we're
common.
talking about. We use that as an example.
Did she really tell?
Now we're talking about like okay, like how do you feel about this?
That's what I'm getting to my point.
I see what you're saying, Steve. Let's play on the assumption she did tell her she got her.
Did she actually tell her?
We don't know, but let's play on the assumption she did. Because we don't know for her.
I mean, it's a foul thing to do because it's like, why? This is one of the things you got to do. Why are you making promises you can't keep? It's the first time you ever been on tour. You know damn well this ain't your money. This is a record company's money. Another thing is you can't take everybody with you. Yeah. You can try, but you can't take everybody with you. So it's like, why would you make promises that you shouldn't have made?
And you know how many times I done been out and people were like, yo, I got you. But I got you ain't like how I got you. How many times that ever happened to y'all? Like, okay, boom. Let's say we all go out and I be like, yo, I got y'all. Me being the person I am, I got y'all. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. You asked, you got it. But there's been plenty of times I've been out and been shitted on because the nigga that said I got you only had $20 in his pocket. I was like, nigga, how the fuck could you say you got me when all you got is fucking $20 in your pocket? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's like, man, this shit crazy, bro.
So my thing is, don't make promises to people off of whims and hopeful thoughts. That's one thing you got to be like, you actually being a friend, can you say like, when I got you, do you mean I actually have you? So that's like previous before you even say, Oh, I got you. Like, oh,
R.I.P.
you my people's. I got you. It's like, can you actually do what you're saying?
Yeah, but I mean, I can't remember what it was, but it was I saw a video, a skit. I think it was a skit, but like true what Juice Man was saying was like, yeah, you go to the place and it's like, yeah, you got me, but the dude was like, nah, don't just get your homeboy, get that dude some money. Get that dude some money. Get it when he give him some money, then he spend his money. When he spend his money, then that's on him. Don't just say, "Oh, I got you." So then the dude got to come up to you every time.
And it's like, if you
let me get this.
If you put somebody on,
you know what I'm saying?
If you put somebody on, you gotta be actually. If you put somebody on, you gotta make sure you're actually able to put them on. Yeah. Don't just tell them like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this." Like, you go on tour.
But you. That's what I'm saying. But when you're doing that, it's a limit to things. So it's like, so people could take advantage. Like, oh, you got me. Then like we say all the same, like. Don't order the most expensive thing. Order what you would normally order if you was
real talk.
That's why you said, well, I'm gonna give you. He goes break them off. I'm gonna give you this. That's you.
Or whatever.
It ain't gotta be that much, but I'm gonna give you this. I got you. He goes such. That's enough to get you in. That's enough to get you some drinks. That's enough to you to have some fun. Then that's on you.
All right, so I'm gonna bring up an example. So you remember back in the day, like the '90s. Where rappers used to go on tour, where it was Tupac, Naughty by Nature, name a group, Outkast. When you brought your homeboy or your peoples, they usually did something.
Right. They were
like you passed out flyers, or you were the
freak team. Or something.
Your homeboy never managed a day in his life. But guess what? He's now your manager. Shorty, your homegirl, she's now the break. She's doing like. Probably back in the day, Dre and Big Boy and Dre, probably back in the day had a homegirl that braided hair. It was like, hey, we're going to bring you on tour. You're going to do our hair. People did stuff back in the day. So it was like when you put your people on, it was like, it wasn't this one-way thing where it's like, oh, I got you, and you can just do whatever scot-free. It seems like now a lot of people, probably, it might be the situation, I might be wrong, but she thinking, oh, I got you. I ain't gonna have to do shit. I
thought she was an artist, so I thought she was performing too.
I didn't like what. Get a check, this is the details. Like, did she open up for her? Is she also?
I don't know.
Because if that's the case, come on, like
that's what I'm saying. I don't like we have to keep going back to them. Yeah. I think that was just an example that.
But I'm saying like
we shouldn't keep going back to them.
But I'm using it as an example because it's like when you say you got people.
We already used that example though. We need to just keep it on the topic. Like that was an example. We used it, and let's keep it on the topic. We don't know them.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, to Rose's point, like we don't know what their friendship really was because a lot of these celebrities say they close friends, don't be close friends.
That's the thing.
And motherfuckers would say shit like this and that.
That's the thing. You actually got to define it. That's why I'm saying it's on the person making the promise, saying, "Oh, I got you."
But if we
speak
friends,
for yourself.
But if we friends, let me keep it real. If we friends and we go out of town and you tell me, yeah, man, I really got money to go to Atlanta this weekend, and I tell you I got you, what that means is, nigga, anything that I do for myself, you will have that same ability.
Me as a friend. We go
to the strip club, nigga. I have done this and I will do this. I put money in your pocket so you can talk.
Me as a friend.
I'm not finna have you sitting in Magic City, pinups, no strip club, and I'm throwing money and I'm like, yo, bruh, see, why you just sitting there like a stump on a log? Man, I ain't got no money. You said you got me. Oh, nigga, hey, here go $100, man. Don't throw some money on these ass and titties.
So me as a friend, even with that, whether it's
the description, like
whether
you use that money how you supposed to use it. Don't try to keep coming back now. I'm not an ATM.
Exactly. I'm gonna give you enough for you to have reasonable fun, you know. And
not
guess what?
ATM.
Go have that fun, nigga. But you can't keep coming back. But the point is, nigga, you gonna be straight, nigga. We gonna go to a restaurant. Maybe you can't order that A5 Wagyu steak, but nigga, you gonna eat good.
But you can order what you can order what you want. But if you order something too straight, like, hey, bro, I ain't paying for that. You could need to get something different.
Exactly. Like, nigga, I got you. That's what it means. So to Rose's point, I don't know what you mean by I got you. When I say I got you, it means you ain't gotta stress that weekend. We good.
So I'm speaking for myself. So even in that situation, I'm saying whether it's danger or other shit, I'm not gonna put you in a situation. And I say I got you. I'm not gonna put you in a situation where it's some questionable shit, or it's like, hey, homeboy ain't got money to go to fucking Nobu. We not going to Nobu, nigga. We gonna go to fucking Chop House.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. When you say I got you, it's like you also looking out for people. It's like, shit, I'm not gonna put us in no crazy ass situation. Like, oh,
You gotta be considerate, because the person that say, if the person say I got you, the person that ain't got it, they gotta be considerate too. Now a person can't just be inconsiderate, like, oh nah, I don't want this. I want this. No, a beggar can't be a chooser. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We say that all the time, right? If a beggar can't be a chooser, no, you need to get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? And don't have a fit. Get what you get and don't have a fit.
Facts. Hey, I'll say this, man. I'm gonna wrap it up from my standpoint. I'm not gonna ask no friend to do some shit for me that I wouldn't do for them. So if I be like, yo, I need you to do this, believe me, I've either done it for my homeboys before or I'm willing to do it for my homeboys before. But like at the end of the day, if we supposed to be friends, if we supposed to be partners and stuff like that, me personally, I don't like throwing those terms out loosely, because for me, that means that we supposed to be brothers, we supposed to look out for each other and stuff like that. Now I will say this right here. As far as what Marlon Wayne said earlier, like I said, hey, we supposed to ride like that, bro. Like if someone come give us a chance to make some money from doing what we're doing, I sitting here talking, and they told me, hey man, we willing to give y'all 6 figures, man, but you gotta get rid of C's. I'm like, hey bro, can't do it then. That's my man's too. If he can't eat doing this, cool. Because to me, I'm gonna look at it as like somebody see potential in us. I just gotta keep thugging it out until somebody see potential in all of us. You know, but I'm not finna eat knowing that I gotta leave one of my niggas behind to eat. Because there ain't no way that I want to eat.
Yeah, I'm on, like, if they say that, they say, hey man, I want y'all, man, but Rose can't be on the show.
Like,
I want
not even the same show anymore.
I want y'all to say, okay, y'all gonna give us this amount? Okay, we'll take that. But then Rose gonna be in the background. Rose ain't gonna be on the show, but just break Rose off something. So everybody can still be good. I ain't a crab like that. Like if they say, man, y'all gotta keep Rose off the show, like, man, go in and get the bag. But you still gotta break Rose off something. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts, man. Facts.
Man. Some people got it. Sometimes you gotta take. Sometimes you gotta lay on the sword. Sometimes some people gotta lay on the sword. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take one for the team.
Sometimes when you the wingman, you gotta fuck that fat bitch, man, because your man gotta play.
Yes. So
ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So anytime they say, man, Rose, he too reckless, man.
Like
y'all can't take Rose with y'all.
Y'all look like a wildebeest. You know,
y'all can't take Rose with y'all. Then go get that bag. Go get that bag.
Just make sure you break Rose off.
Yes.
Hey, final thoughts on Juice Man?
What happened?
Just your final thoughts on the whole episode.
Man, what? That shit crazy. T's and C's, what you got, man?
Man, shout out to the Wayans brothers, man, Marlon and Sean, for doing that with John Witherspoon. I said this last night to Vertizi. I said I probably took a different perspective. I basically said kudos to WB probably being white executives saying, hey, whatever you want, run it. They just wanted to show. They was like, hey. So it's like, hey, shout out to them for taking a chance like that. But also it shows you how close they actually were. Because a lot of shows you look at, people have been like, oh, you want to get rid of such and such? That ain't our folks anyway. This mug just on the show. Get him the hell out of here. We can replace him in the next hour. But then, like, you look at a show like Martin, like Nipsey, and one of Hustle Man, where his actual childhood friends, and then he put Tracy Morgan on with Hustle Man. They actually came up in the same circuit with, Def Comedy Jam and all these other comedy shows. So, I mean, like, it's one example that shows you when people say they got you, and it's mutual. Let it be mutual. Don't take advantage of the situation. It's like, You got somebody, you got them. You know, and be aware of the situation you putting forth saying that. So
Hey man, we talked about single mothers episode. All I want to say is to all the women out there that are having relationships with men and potentially going to have kids with men, do not date and fornicate with men in terms of like being pregnant by them if you would not want to have a son to grow up to be like that. That's all I gotta say. And it was an Airbnb Rakim piece.
Yeah, man. Y'all can catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic. And I'm back wide.